Hello folks, it's Isaac Wagner from HiddenAudiolog.com, and this is my SOMA eSports playthrough. We're on episode 6 right now. From when we left off, I skipped last week, so I do apologize, but I'm going to be doing multiple episodes this week because I want to get through this game. I'm kind of determined. There's kind of a time limit, not a time limit necessarily, but kind of a weird... I want to be slightly relevant with my next esports stream, so this is something I'm going to be going through pretty quickly here. So, this is SOMA. Horror game, frictional friction games. I have to get a new suit and to transfer my body to that suit or whatever, and so I have some stuff to look for.
Come on, we need to get a Cortex chip.
There you go.
A battery pack.
Cortex
and
chip.
Structure gel.
A battery pack.
Look for a Cortex
structure
chip,
gel.
a battery pack, and some structure gel.
All right. So I have to go back in here and do that. That's how all video games are. Backtrack when they give you a laundry list of things to do. Oh, hello, graphics. Nice to see you too. I hope this is coming up on the stream. This looks bad. Holy shit. Jesus. So there's no map in this game. Wow, these graphics are all glitched out and everything. Maybe it was just in that... Oh, I think the buttons are just missing here. What happened? Oh. Wait. I think there's some graphics missing here. I was wondering if this game looked worse when I got into it, but I didn't see all this glitchy stuff before. Huh. I probably should restart the stream. Not restart the stream, but restart this game. Hopefully it doesn't kill the stream by doing this. But, shit. It looks fine in here, I think. Well, I guess after you start it. So I'm going to save and exit. And then get back into it. Sorry about that, folks. I mean, I'm not sorry about it because there's no way I could have known. Unless just walking around in the environment and shit. So let's reload the game. And hopefully it doesn't look like shit. Sorry, that kind of derailed me a little bit. I don't really know what to talk about. We are changing the look on HiddenAudiolog.com again, if you want to check it out there. Before it was the kind of the noir theme with the black and the pink and everything, kind of the neo-noir thing, which I liked a lot, and it lasted for several years, but we kind of got bored of it, so we tried changing it again with the of a sci-fi retro theme, which is what I kind of came up with, and I think it's still a good idea. I didn't nail it at all, and Ross couldn't salvage it at all either. And now so we're changing again. I'm trying to go for a kind of game of the month theme to kind of pay homage to some of the most influential games, not only that we like and are influential upon us, but that are coming out for that month, so that we can kind of, you know, have the site kind of evolve with the changing cycle of things. This looks exactly the same. So let's go into that one room and see if it's all fucked up. Wonder if my playthrough is just fucked now. Everything looks okay in here. Alright. Is there buttons on the walls again? Cool. That's progress. Drawers. Are drawers now? Okay, cool. Nice. Let's move on now. Let's continue our playthrough. So the first look is kind of, I'm trying to replicate a Doom look. So that's the first one I'm going for right now. But we're getting some feedback on it. You can read some of our tweets to each other if you want to read that stuff. But yeah, go to HiddenAudiolog.com. Tell me what you... Oh, hello. Go to HiddenAudiolog.com and take a look at the site and let me know. Give me your feedback of what you think looks good or bad. I'm not a style guy. I'm a writer, and not even a great one right now at that necessarily. So yeah, just go and let me know what you think, and I'll definitely take your feedback in. If you don't like the idea of the website changing every month, please let me know too. Any feedback helps at all. But anyway, back to Soma. So, skipped an episode last week. Do apologize about that, but I'm going to stream more of it this week just to catch up and to get kind of done with it, because I'm kind of... Not only am I kind of tired of playing this game, but also... Alright, so then Omni Tool is in there, so I can't go in here. I'm kind of tired of playing it, and also the next thing I want to do is kind of time sensitive, not in the fact that, like, I need to do it at a specific time, but specifically, there's something else related to it that's happening this month, and I don't want to get left behind necessarily. So, that's going to be a thing. Move forward here. Oh, the graphics are all fucked up in here again, as is this thing. Huh. This just happened when I walked too far away. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? I guess is the good question. The nice question here, right? Like, a bunch of doors are locked over there. Maybe I just have to keep backtracking even further. Okay. Maybe I wasn't going far back enough. A mini-map would be helpful here, because I'm just going to be wandering around. This is going to be painful. This game is already painful enough for me, because I just don't like just about anything it's doing. I like a lot of ideas of what it's trying to accomplish, but I think the execution is really miserable. Which is disappointing, because there's not enough philosophical games out there, I guess is the word for it. It's just a lower level. Can I backtrack? Or am I just fucked? Unless I'm missing something, there's no way out of here. Is this gonna be a good old look at the fact thing? Okay. What about this map? Stand by for diagnosis. Finding fault location. Maybe I have to lower the lockdown first. Power room causes some overload, launching rerouting utility. What the fuck is this? I hate all these stupid fucking puzzles this game does. So I guess I have to finish this row before I go to the next one. So this is probably not hard, I'm just probably bad at it, but they're not fun. Is that it? Alright, we did it, fam. Was headless guy here before? Okay. Wait. Was that the room? So locked. Where I was before. So I need to override it again? Oh, weird. I had to remove it again? Maybe it's only sectional, so I can only remove certain sections? Well, let's do some exploring and see what's going on. Wait, this is where it just came from, right? Yeah. So over there. So, laboratory. Seems like a place people would put some good kush. If you're wondering why the audio is different, it's a snowball microphone I got. I really like it. I think it's fantastic, and the audio quality is a lot better, and I'm really glad I can plug it into the PS4 and it just works. The headset microphone I had is garbage, even for like Skype and stuff. You can ask Ross, who would tell you that. And it's pretty cheap, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I do kind of want to get a microphone stand. I do think, even though I switched to a CPU band, a better CPU fan. My computer's still kind of loud, so you can probably hear in the background. I'm sure it's not game breaking, especially if I balance the audio right. Like it'll kind of balance each other out. But I like something that can get it closer to my mouth and I can move it around because I like leaning back in my chair and stuff for podcasts and such. So I don't know how vocal that turns out to be. I missed that entire conversation, but I'm sure it's not super important. At least I hope not. We'll find out. Alright. Nice little squid people in here. Can I pull out the plug? Okay. Looks like Reapers from Mass Effect. That's what these guys look like. They got the weird same, like, tentacly, like, biomechanical. What's with these fucking graphics, dude? This game just keeps getting better and better. This is a healing thing. How do I know what it looks like? I feel like a laboratory would have cool shit that I need. Apparently not. This place seems pretty cold storage. Can I grab any of these? It doesn't look like it. Oh, I guess it's not in here, I don't think. This is gonna be important, isn't it? Let's try it again.
It's not something you really want to get comfortable with. That's funny. That's really funny, Julia. What's going on? Behind that transparent. What do you want, Raleigh? We're friends, right? Yes. Do you think Alpha is real? What makes you... Why would you ask that? I think Ross is trying to tell me something.
What is Alpha?
He wants me to go down to the abyss and find him. Crazy, right? You've been down there.
I don't think this matters. Is that frame rate issues back there? Hydroponics. Do you have any cool shit in here? Got a bunch of sludge? What's hydroponics? That's like... It's like water control or something, right? Okay.
Hey, Andrea?
Oh, more story.
I was talking to Cameron about protein solubilization. Do you think we could break the aggregate and structure gel without flattening the configuration?
Can you just get structure gel anywhere, like from all that leaking shit?
You've been listening to Cameron, that's for sure.
Or do I need to find specific
What
structure
do you
gel?
want, Raleigh?
Can you blame me for trying to figure this out? I've been having the dreams too, you know. I don't know what to believe.
Oh, I know. Everything from the sudden signal amplification in black boxes to having a comatose Dr. Ross locked up in the glass jar. We've all been going a bit nuts.
Tell me about it. Feels like my head's about to explode. Hypothetically speaking, could we stop the WoW from mutating?
It doesn't work like that.
Even if there was a site alpha?
Hypothetically speaking, I guess we could try. Raleigh, are you recording this?
Sorry.
How can you not tell she's recording? Look how big that fucking thing is. Not even modern day audio recorder things or phones are that big. That's ridiculous. No cool shit in hydroponics, apparently. The stairwell. Hey, look, can I just scoop this shit up? Yeah, it's cyberized. Like, look, there's all this, like, fucking sludge on the ground. There has to be a monster in this area, right? Not in this area specifically, but a monster in this bubble. Containment. Do I want to go in containment? Seems like a bad idea. Main entrance. Guys, head got scooped out. That's why I'm not gonna get anything, because it's in their head. What else we got here? Lots of heads being removed. That's nice. That's good stuff. Can't open the gate. Just a stairwell I came from. Turn radius is so slow. This area's locked down too. Let's pop her open. Listen to me. I mean, you're not saying anything. Dining hall. Is that a thing? These graphics, man, Jesus. When I think this game can't get any worse, it gets worse. I can't even see this barely.
Johan Ross was found dead on the climber this morning. The WoW has been getting more aggressive. Things are out of hand. The
That's
stuff
popping
looks like
in.
they're about to explode. Every other person walks around with nosebleeds, and the rest keep wiping stains of blood from their eyes to keep them from overflowing. Must have been the WoW trying to free Ross somehow for sure. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the body just got up and left. Rally Herber, our dispatcher, has been slowly
Oh,
asking
I love laundry lists.
She said she's going out into the abyss
To
to
do
find
things.
out.
Fuck this and this and this.
I can't bring myself to
With
stop
an
her.
arbitrary reason. To be fair, they justify it. Like, just give me a structure jail. Look, it's leaking out of there. Alright, nothing in here apparently. Power room. Can't even go in here. Wait. Alright. Jesus Christ. Did I just click it through the wall, or is there an invisible button there? I can't tell which is more fucked up. Fuck this game, dude. Jesus Christ. Loading. Saving. I must be making progress then? Storage. That's right, I can't open anything. Alright, nothing storage. Is anything where it's supposed to be in this game? Like laboratory, there must be something there. Storage, there has to be things there. Nothing. Nothing anywhere. Maybe I take this guy as... This guy is, he has a VR headset attached to his head. It's a dark future. I already forgot what I'm supposed to look for. Was it energy pack? Is there something here? This one of those don't look at it aliens? Let's test it. I don't care about that. What kind of monsters? I didn't say alien. What kind of monster is this guy? Does it know I'm here? Oh, I guess it knows I'm here. Okay. Oh, I hate this fucking game. It's not even scary. It looks kind of weird. It's not scary. Is it still here? This is how I do this. Is I just cheese this until it runs away. I got power pack apparently. Do I like throw something? I don't even remember how I throw something. I feel like I do this every episode where I don't know how to throw something. Is it L1? Apparently doesn't care about sound. Alright. Don't look at it, monster. For which project, so? Okay. Alright, nope, it's not a don't look at me alien. A monster. Maybe this is how you just choose this fight. I got the battery pack. I think I'm done here. I think. Can I reinitiate lockdown? Is this guy dead now? Shouldn't have wasted that health pack in there. If this is the only way you can cheese all this shit. Is that thing just gonna follow me this entire time? Where's the health pack? There's more. I don't even know why I'm walking anymore. Or crouching. Down the stairwell, I suppose. Does it follow me from level to level or something? I mean, theoretically, this is non-linear, so... Hello? Health pack? Anybody here? Oh, let's just crouch walk down. Robot repair. That has to have structure gel, right? Robot repair. I meant. Sector entrance. Entertainment. Maybe we should open some of these guys up. Nothing. This is just a door. Hats. Workshop. So I'm in containment B. That was the workshop. The internal nightmare. What's open for? Robot repair bay. Probably what I want. How about repair me? Huh? What is this supposed to be? It's flashing. Eject Cortex chip. Oh, I'm trying to get the Cortex chip out of it. So what is this supposed to be? So they're all open that way. This is really the fucking puzzle. Do I have to make them all lock or something? Okay. Cortex chip. Is there a thing here? Yeah, there's totally a thing here I can't see. Awesome game. How about a healing pack? I'd appreciate one of those. Or a healing vagina thing. Oh, robot man. Oh, baby! Give me that health. So what's the last one? Structure Gel. Which seems like the easiest one of all to get. But somehow I don't know where it is. Like, look, it's just literally pouring out. Into the abyss will I run. That's a Disturbed song. Into the abyss. Take it to Alpha and the abyss. Someone behind me. And find Tau, find Alpha, take the cell to Alpha.
Strasky, are you there?
Omicron, can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Tau, please respond. This is Rowley Herber calling from Omicron. Please respond, Tau.
Unable to connect. Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range. Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
I'm starting to get that. Is it just this guy here? You have your head, why can't I read your memories? Maybe they were white. Must be something on the middle for it, right? That's how video games work. Okay, poison what well? Not being very specific there, friend. So that previous enemy, I think, only responded to proximity, but I couldn't get it to, like, I couldn't distract it or anything. Alright, let's look at this map. Alright, biological laboratory, biomech laboratory, hydroponics. Stop the well. Yeah, I get it, buddy. It's midsection, right? So I got this from the workshop. So I feel like it'd be biomech lab. Dive medical room, clean room, hydroponics, laboratory. Again, nothing cool in laboratory unless, again, maybe the graphics are fucking me up. I pass by it. So just gaze at all these squid reapers again. Speaking of reapers, I don't really want another Mass Effect game. I know Ross is pretty into the idea, but nah. They kind of wrapped it up pretty cleanly there at the end. Alright, let's go talk to her and see if maybe she'll tell me, give me a hint to where the next one is. Did it get dark in here? No, it didn't.
We need about a vat full of structure gel to tie the body, the cortex chip, and the battery pack together.
A vat full. We're going to locate a vat full of that. Wait, is there a thing? Where did I get structure gel? Okay, I got cortex chip, battery pack.
Go look for structure gel.
It's everywhere, lady.
Go look for structure gel.
I'm gonna keep asking.
Go look for structure gel.
Oh, fuck you two. Jesus, like I could just walk past it and there's like fucking things invisible in the environment. Like who knows where it could be possibly. I feel like it has to be on the middle floor, right? One thing on the top floor, one thing in the middle floor, one thing on the bottom floor. That's how video games work. So not in here. No, this is just stairs to places. Maintenance. Okay, so I'm right next to clean room. Not on the map. Hydroponics is right here to the right. So to the left, so that's right behind me is biomech laboratory. Oh, I don't think I've done this before. Oh. Up, please. There has to be structure down here, right? Alright. I got my bearings. Alright, goo. Oh, this is where structure gel comes in, right? Never seen something to that speed. I don't even know what that is. Service required. Hearing those move from power source. Let's see here. Apply gel to dead mouse. The gel caused the mouse to appear alive. Get the virus. It was put into the same habitat as the living mouse. The reanimated mouse was apathetic, while the living one seemed stressed. After 15 minutes, the reanimated mouse attacked and killed the living mouse. Half an hour later, the reanimated mouse stopped moving. The corpse was solid as the gel had hardened within it. Reanimated another mouse with the structure gel. This time it was done... What? How did they have mice here? I thought the world was over. This time it was done with uncalibrated gels produced by Ames. The result was impressive. The thing appeared catatonic, but it's more of a sleepwalker. To avoid the thing hardening as before, electromagnets were used to cause a low electrical current within the animal. This also provided us the ability to get somewhat control of it. The structure gel remains unchanged on a fundamental level. It's still the same cross-linked gel with aligned graphene and a polyunsaturated matrix that was installed throughout the Pathos 2 a few years ago. Alright, cool. How does that help me do this? Shit over here. This one? Can I get it?
Came back to life. Or something like it.
So weird. Hello, invisible items. Let's see here. Service required. Yeah, okay. How do I help you? Get these things open. There's so much shit here. So I got the thing. See right through it. I can't tell what I'm supposed to be looking at here. Hello? This game's such a fucking mess. Maybe apply more structure gel. Oh, can I just pour some structure gel in here? Just fill it up. It's not how this works. Just fill it up. Fill up the pan. Let's go. Can I apply even more structure gel on this mouse? Oh yeah, structure gel just makes random tubes appear on things. That's how things work. Oh my god. Wait. It's the buttons I cannot even see. Alright, apply some structure gel to it. I love when I can't see things, what I'm supposed to be doing. This game really just keeps getting better and better. Alright. Suspense gel. Now that appears. Cool. I probably did it right. I got it, somehow. I got a vat full of structure gel. Well, that was lame. Made even worse by the fact I couldn't see what I was doing. I have not seen that yet in my entire playthrough of this, I'm pretty sure. I would have to go back and watch previous episodes, but I don't think so. Oh god, it's right there. Run.
Shut the door, Cat. Lock it up.
What's happening?
Lock the door.
Alright, that's all.
What's going on?
Managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
We have everything we need, right?
Yeah. Let's get to work.
Alright.
This is crazy.
Don't worry, it'll work. Make sure it's all bunched together with the structure gel connecting all the parts.
Yep, looks like it.
Alright, try activating the suit from the terminal again.
Wait, how did I do that? There we go. Your pod A, B, C, D. That's what code looks like, probably, right?
I can't believe we're doing this.
It will be fine.
Then why don't we put you in the suit?
I was gonna suggest that if you refused.
You'd go without me.
I need to do this, Simon. This is important. I need to launch the Ark.
You'd really do it. Change body.
Yes, if you want to stay here, I'm not gonna stand in your way. I don't want to tell you what to do.
What would it be like before? Close my eyes and
And then open them again.
All right. Let's do it.
Thank you, Simon. Go sit in the pilot seat in the next room. You might need to boot it up. We need to loop back the activity manifest identify your current Cortex chip, run it through the amplifier, feed it into the new chip, and then make sure it's synced.
You lost me halfway there.
You don't really need to understand it, just make them line up.
How the fuck am I supposed to match that? How am I supposed to know how to do this?
That's everything. You can climb into the pilot seat.
That was weird. I don't really know what it was asking me.
I have everything under control.
Sure, you can say match it up, but I don't really know the mechanics of matching it up, I guess. Ready for transfer.
Sorry about any discomfort. This should be over soon.
Just like having your picture taken.
But with the most expensive camera in the world.
You know, Indian stock photos would steal their souls.
In this case, they'd be right.
That's a goofy laugh.
There must be something wrong. Can't you run a diagnosis or something?
What was that?
No, it's just...
Why was it still talking?
It's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
What do you mean?
You know it's not magic. You were copied. The sleeping Simon in the seat was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
God damn you, Kath. 2 Simons? There can't be 2 Simons.
What did you think would happen?
That you were gonna take my mind and put it into another body, like a brain transplant.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't work that way.
You realize how messed up this is?
Please, I didn't mean to upset you.
How did you expect me to react to this shit?
Please stop.
You're fucking disgusting. What's gonna happen to him?
He'll sleep for a while, a few days.
And then what? Wake up in his fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we go into the abyss?
What if he didn't need to wake up?
You'd do that?
I don't know. Maybe.
There. I set it up for you. Hit the switch if you want to drain his battery. He'll die within a minute. I'd rather not stay plugged in any longer.
See, moments like this are cool when they like challenge your concepts of what consciousness is, but I feel like that's rarely implemented in the game itself. That's a weirdo looking guy. The game has a problem where it has a cool story, it has a cool philosophy it wants to tell, but it can't tell it very well. It's like got B-tier actors, or C-tier actors even. The writing's not always on point. The situations they put you in don't always reflect what you're in. And then it has a gameplay problem where it's like, we have this cool story, but we still want to make this jump scare horror game because the YouTubers like it or whatever. Maybe that's why I'm not streaming it because of that, because I thought the themes and stuff were really cool. That's why I liked Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs conceptually more than Amnesia: The Dark Descent, because that kind of horror in A Machine for Pigs, which is more body horror and psychological horror, is more interesting than the Lovecraftian stuff, which is super played out at this point. So it's cool when they do stuff like that. And like in this, I'm not going to kill him. That's the choice he has to make, I guess, right? But that's a bummer. But we have to move on. And so the game just doesn't get anything right necessarily. Like, what it gets right is like the very basic ideas it wants to accomplish. Like, I think the most positive thing you can say about a game like this is that like they had an interesting foundation, right? Few games don't tackle ideas of consciousness and other science fiction themes like body horror and stuff like this very well, or frequently at all. And so it's cool when a game like this does that, right? It's like, hey, games are growing up, they can try to tell stories like this, but then games like, when they fail as hard as they do, like here, it's hard to really like make that a valid reason, a valid argument, because like video games can try to tell that story, but there's a good chance they won't be able to tell it because it's hard to do that. And I just don't think that the genre of game, it's a thing where like they have this cool story idea, but they can't execute it on very well because they just don't have the talent or the vision to see it through, I suppose. Which is a mean thing to say, but like you just look at the execution of it. There is a chance that this is the kind of game they wanted to make, right? They wanted to make kind of this more. What you get with like lower B tier actors and lower quality of writing and stuff is sometimes you get it so it sounds and looks more human, because we get these hyper dramatized things, and that's not necessarily the reality that we live in. And so sometimes what you get from low concept horror stuff.
Yeah.
Not low concept acting and low quality acting and low quality writing. When it's designed correctly, it'll get you. Oh, am I supposed to be in here? It'll get you something that feels more realistic than perhaps like the over dramatized stuff we get before. Oh, I have to pull the lever, don't I?
Take a seat and we'll be off.
So, there's a way you can design low quality games. So, like, there's a craft to it. And sometimes I think this game does show that that's the kind of thing they're going for. They don't want some kind of
luck, right? And I woke up in the right body. This redundant copy. I'll never experience my journey, the full journey. He wouldn't understand. How could he? I couldn't do it, and you knew it. You were right in trying to hide it from me. Only wish you'd done a better job. I basically flipped a coin, and if I had called the wrong side, I'd be rotting away at Omicron. I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you? Not that you would know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon. Christ. This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing. And you wouldn't mind. Why would you? How could you know that it's not me, the me that I am, the same that I've always been? Please say something. I don't want to think. Please.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to upset you.
Say anything.
When I was little, I used to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. And I can still feel how I had to, tuck my arm so I could push the heavy steel door open. Well, the first time that I dared go up there, I stepped out onto the roof and watched the smog rise and fall over Taipei. I got all the way up to the corner ledge and, I felt the warm wind in my hair, and the sun was setting and the streets below were shadowed by the tall buildings. The people pushing through the crowd flowed like paint from an artist's brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas of all my favorite foods. For a brief moment, I felt connected to the world in a way that I never had before. It was the most profound feeling of comfort and sense of belonging I could ever hope for. I really never felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof many times after. I'm not religious, but I can see why people would be. The privilege of being makes a strong case, at least every once in a while.
Do you still feel that sense of awe? Even like this?
Things are different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on? Everyone's gone. All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we were.
Are you really so unhappy being what you are, or is this about the man who went for a scan 100 years ago?
Both, I guess. When I was back in Toronto, even the worst case, the darkest futures I could predict, they at least included my previous life somehow. I feel so uprooted. There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes me feel like I belong. Even if we make it to the Ark, would it be any different? I'd still be alone. No friends. No family.
You could make new friends. I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler. If not, you still have...
Sometimes subtitles ruin things when they go.
Catherine? Kath? Hello, Catherine. What happened?
Can I take her out? Oh, hey jellyfish, how's it popping? Oh, fuck this. God damn, this thing is swinging so hard.
Me, I know it's not much, but why have we stopped moving?
The power blacked out for a moment. I think it could be the atmospheric pressure. It's pushing pretty hard, really testing the limits of my suit.
Don't worry, it should hold.
Comforting.
It will hold.
Does time freeze when you're not powered?
Time feels omitted more than missing.
What's the difference?
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
Sounds like sleeping without the dreaming.
Yes. But generally you anticipate when you're about to sleep, and there's a natural continuation since we tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more like an ever-changing moment that never really seems to find closure.
Sounds kind of like a movie being edited live.
I suppose so. I guess it sounds exciting, but it really keeps me activated to the point of exhaustion.
It's rough.
Could be worse. Could be a time traveler stuck in a body made from black goo.
That'd be the worst.
This game is writing it's at its best when the characters aren't the characters anymore. They're just the philosophical ideas that the game is interested in talking to itself and each other. Oh, friend.
You did it! You did it! I will make preparations.
Oh, cool. Thanks for making preparations, I guess. I'm glad Catherine didn't react to that, I guess. Maybe she was powered down again. I don't know. But when these characters actually, when these talking bodies actually become like characters, is when this game kind of falls apart a little bit. Because they're just not interesting and they're not that well acted. And it's a lot easier for an actor to read a script or read an essay than it is to bring a character to life.
Oh, good, you're back.
What happened?
Something dropped onto the cage. Knocks you right out.
Spoke to me.
Looked like a man. One of WoW's creatures. It just stared at you for a moment, then threw itself down the abyss.
It said it would make preparations. I don't like the sound of that.
It was very strange. I thought it was going to kill you for sure. I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah, me too. Looks like we're closing in on the ocean floor.
Good, not sure the climber can take it much longer. Okay, so this is the Omega Sector. It's about an acre of the abyssal plant used by Pathos 2. I expect we'll have to do some walking before we reach town.
You haven't been here before?
Not in a way that'll help us.
Right, the other you has been here. We're following in your old footsteps, Kat.
When I had footsteps.
You could still be down here somewhere, technically.
Don't remind me, freaks me out. Alright, let's head for town and find that ark.
Oh, frame rate. I think that's why this game probably spoke to a lot of people. And it's one of my favorite things about science fiction is that even if the thing isn't good, it's on such potent and evocative foundations that's hard not to like enjoy some aspect of the storytelling. Even if the story sucks, you're like, yeah, but there's this one cool thing, and probably that cool thing is something that it's something that a writer or a director, or even, I'm not going to exclude video games, there's not good video game science fiction stories. Mass Effect has, I won't say overall a great story, but it has a lot of really good small stories.
Please answer, Tao.
Bits and pieces of Mass Effect are incredible storytelling.
Let's move out. We'll try the next one.
And bits and pieces of the characters in Mass Effect are fantastic. Some of them just kind of float on by. In fact, probably most of the main party members you deal with in Mass Effect are fantastic. It's about everyone else surrounding the main cast that kind of falls apart. Also, this game would have been better if it was in space. This is too similar to BioShock. Maybe not. Like, there are similar themes of consciousness and control, and like whether those concepts have any actual merit. But it feels like they're kind of stepping in each other's shoes a little bit here. Lots of heads.
Jesus, did you see that? Stick to the lamplights. They won't go near them.
I can't, Valglasser. It's important I reach Omicron. Our future depends on it.
Calm down. Let's just follow the path.
If I die, I need you to tell Julia Dahl that the WoW is out of control. She needs to get to Sarang. He'll know what to do.
Raj, you can tell them yourself. We just need to pick up the pace, okay?
Glass! We lost the path! We need to go back!
I know where to go. Come on.
It's over there! The light is over there!
Final push, Raj. Almost there. We just...
Unlucky. Blue leads to the tower, red leads to the climber. I'm going to tower, right? So running thing where I have to keep up with the lights. They turn off behind me. Don't really want to look back, so I'm not gonna. Not looking at that. That's a big thing. bad. This looks interesting graphically. Kind of realizing what the darkness of the abyss looks like. Probably the most interesting thing graphically so far about this game. And this is interesting, but I'm just pushing stick forward. I think that's what this game needed to make the decision, because the horror stuff, I know what they were going for, because they want to explore the horror of consciousness corrupted or fucked up consciousness, but the ways you interact with those entities are really horrible.
Can you hear this? Anyone there?
This is Tau. Who is this?
This is Ian Peterson of Theta calling. I got a team with me, and we're about half a kilometer from Tau.
What? How did... You came in the climber?
Listen, we're having a really hard time with this sector. Heavy turbulence is making it difficult to move forward, and the wildlife you got is absolutely rabid.
The storm comes and goes. Instruments show the weather is relatively fair right now. You should move out as soon as possible. Stick to the lights. The critters should leave you alone.
All right, you heard the man. We're moving out, people. Tau, keep the doors unlocked. We're coming in.
What's happening? Oh my god, it just moved. Fuck you. Stick to this light, I guess. Close to success for a long time. Oh, frame rate. Ugh. Ocean spiders. Don't like these things at all. Ugh. I got my robot. Cool. No idea where I'm going. Conceptuate stuff like see no evil, hear no evil, feel no evil. That's what they're going for with this game, right? That thing freaked me out. Look at your life. Where was that? Follow this cable. The fuck was that? I really cannot see it. Oh, great. That guy. I'll just keep walking. Place got fucked up. That was a cool sequence. Mainly because there wasn't a lot of combat. And there wasn't like a weird AI I had to outsmart. It was just like, you know what to do, you're just exploring this cool environment, you're doing this. And that's the problem with a lot of this game. It's like, it's shitty puzzles, or it's really dumb, like, not scary or not interesting. Like, that's the thing. If your encounter's not scary, then it has to be interesting or engaging to interact with. Engaging to, like, figure out and decipher and try to get shit done around, and it's not either scary or thrilling or interesting, and so it just fails. Maybe because like it's a horrible thing, like the idea of like consciousness, but the problem is that stuff isn't scary fundamentally. Hello, it's Zevers. Not sure I know you specifically, but hello. Welcome to the stream, XD.
Never been happier to be inside. Let's find the Ark.
I didn't get injured at all. I don't know if this is the right way or not. Rest in pieces, robot. That seems like a good place to go. There's no light. I do have a light, don't I? Yeah, I do have a light. I hadn't used it in a while. This is very long and involved. thing where you don't look at it, it doesn't bother you? So I'm gonna have to sneak around it. They all look the same, I can't tell them apart. Can't close it behind me. I forget how this thing works. It's been a while since I've dealt with this thing. I assume it's not look at it thing. I think it's close to me. Just keep looking down, I guess. Hopefully it just passes by. Because now I'm talking right next to a health pack, so whatever.
Anyone there?
Not in the mood to talk to robots. No offense.
Oh. There's a lady around. I think it's rats out this one. Right in front of me. Oh, it's right there. This is really stupid. It's pretty funny you can't keep up with me though. Climb! Oh fuck, you can't climb. Maybe you can. I think I made it. Like, that just was lame. It wasn't even intense. It was just like, yeah, whatever. So was it the infirmary that there was someone there? Dive room, bathroom, infirmary. That's where I want to go, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't happen. Oh god.
There's nothing here.
I remember that. Mysterious man.
Go away, wow. Not letting you or your stupid pets inside.
Guess she doesn't want to talk to me.
Hold on, son.
I don't know what to do, man. I can talk to her through the radio.
We have to stop it.
Shush. I don't even know what my quest is right now, so I don't want to hear you right now.
It won't stop.
You're different.
Are you human?
Sarah Lindwall, payload technician at your service. A rare sight, am I right?
I'd say so. You're the first normal living human I've seen.
There's not many left down here. Most of them are up on the plateau.
You mean at Omicron?
Yeah,
There's no one alive at Omicron.
you've been there?
I've been all over. The power plant at Upsilon, the ruins of Lambda, the abandoned Delta, Theta.
You've been to Theta?
There's not a lot left of Pathos 2.
And, I'm the only living person you've met? You mean I'm the last living human on the planet?
Apparently.
I'm sorry.
Who are you again?
Simon Jarrett.
Stationed out?
Nowhere. I used to work in a bookshop in Toronto. Long story.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
I'm trying to find the Ark.
Why would you? How do you know about that?
I've heard it's the last hope for mankind.
Damn right it is. Now what do you want with it?
Take it to the Gun at Phi. Launch it into space.
That was the plan, all right. I've been guarding it ever since we brought it back to Tau. Just couldn't bring myself to let go. Tell you the truth, I don't have the strength to argue. And I certainly don't have the time to wait for the next sentient thing shuffling through here. Go ahead. Take it.
Thank you. Can I get you anything? Do anything for you?
You could kill me.
Good one. You serious about me killing you?
No, I'd love to hang around here until I dry up to the size of a raisin. Simon, this fucking sucks. I don't want to live like this.
Shouldn't we be doing something to keep you alive?
Why?
You're the last human. I just find it disrespectful to our entire history not to fight this. Sure, we have the Ark, but you're the real deal.
Thanks. That's probably the best compliment I've ever got. But the truth is that the Ark is all we have. We'll have to accept second best. You know?
None of this feels right.
Simon, I want to die.
Sarah.
Think about it. Knock it out of the park. Be careful. Please don't leave me like this. Don't let me down. Would you stay with me, please? It won't be long now. Just please just stay. What a crazy thing this was. Life. At least I won't have to turn 30. Hooray.
It's the little things, guys.
Wish I could have died at home with my friends. You ever been to Greenland? It's very beautiful. Well, at least when you get out of the city. Nanook is busy, and yes, there's like 12 million people trying to get around, but it's a great place. Or rather, it was a great place before the comet ended it all. You know what? I prefer it this way. I liked pathos. Liked my colleagues. Ian, Nick, Jasper, even Catherine. People thought she was weird because she was quiet, but she was cool. Simon, you still there?
I'm here, Sarah.
Don't let him die, okay? Send them out there. To the stars.
Alright.
The black box is inactive. Probably found a way to switch it off.
It's a weird thing. Your fucking password? Fuck you. Alright, so this is the infirmary, and I want to go through this door to get to the fly space gun. Am I really this close to finishing the game? Thank God. It's a horrifying fucking photo. Correct. Ripping pepperonis. Don't really got much to say about that sequence. It's, you know, I chose to murder her.
No way I can climb a ladder while carrying the ark like this. Can't climb with the ark.
What the fuck you want me to do then, Simon? Just toss it down. Oh god, I got stuck. I might take it to the diner. I mean, I killed her because she asked for it. Only the individual can decide if the vibe's worthwhile or not. Could explore the rest of this, I guess. Especially if I'm so close to the end. I didn't maybe we'll make it today. Yeah, okay, buddy. I get it. It's bad. fucked up looking thing. Is that Catherine?
What the fuck did we do?
Hey, try not to think about it.
My whole life, I've been a good man. We messed up, Sarah.
There.
Should have launched. Taken the chance.
There's time. If Ashkin says we could try again, when things calm down.
You gotta do it, you know? You got to.
Sorry about the weird sounds. I don't know what the fuck's going on in that shirt. It's rather annoying. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. I assume so, but...
Can't we do anything for him?
No. We're out of sedatives. If we had a gun, this would be the time to pull it out.
Did not expect it to end like this. Should have jumped the climber back to Omicron.
Without the Ark?
Forget about the Ark.
No, you don't get to say that. It's the only thing left of value. You know that.
Yeah.
Promise you won't leave it behind.
Well, I'll be dead one day. Then what?
Well, better keep it safe until then. Don't want the Wow to take it, swallow it whole. I'm sorry, Catherine. It's okay, Ian. Just let it out. Let it all out.
Just die, you know. Oh, gross. I don't want to be in here. Jesus fuck. This thing is a nightmare. Is it moving? Fuck, man. It's gross. Johan Fox, what's going on there? Alright, cool. Thanks for... Oh, God. Hello, friend. That must be the same one that's been following me around talking to me. Guy with a math wheeze. Alright, let's move on. Good luck at all the horrible things in here. Sounds all around. Please don't make me go through another sequence, please God. Let's just be at the finish line. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I'd enjoy that. That's fine. I'm an underwater robot. It's okay. Let there be water. Another one somewhere? Got my poor little robot man. Feels bad, man. Follow this thing. Hopefully we're at the end of the fucking road, boys. And girls. Folks. Go folks. I always like that word more anyway. Got him a thin robot, man. I could run. It's a very useful ability to have in a game like this. There's something running. I will say, there was a first-person exploration game. Everybody goes to the Rapture. Didn't have a run button, really. So that was a good time. See you later, I guess. Yeah, get it. Is there a light here? Always follow the lights. Video games. I was watching the first level of Doom being played, and literally they had a green light everywhere exactly they wanted to go. Like, in really weird and contrived spots, but I guess that game is so, like, not interested in, like, reality and trying to portray something realistically that it doesn't really matter. Right, like. It's weird music change, something following me. What if I had kind of gotten through any of this without getting that arc? I didn't even look at that double before, too. Alpha. Legendary site Alpha. This is where the WoW is. I haven't talked to Catherine in a long time. Sure, probably interesting in everything that happened. While I'm following this crazy monster man around. Who seems like me, he's kind of talking, but he's kind of... I'm just a robot. A robot with a dude's brain. Well, robot with a dude's brain. He's just a dude, but monster-fied. Please no more horse. Please no more AI sequences. Just straight path. Linear path to the end is all I ask for in a video game. This looks like the original gameplay demo a little bit. Original gameplay demo.
Tell me what you want.
I need you to stop the WoW.
Why haven't I been talking to this guy earlier?
What? How?
The enslaved protein sloshing around your suit is the news from which the WoW will hang itself.
What are you talking about?
As soon as I came to in Omicron, I tried to tell them to make the toxin that would make the WoW wither. But they didn't understand. They put it inside the cabinet. It seemed so infuriating. They needed to take it to Alpha, the fountainhead of the misery we created. And then the girl, she figured it out.
saying this toxin inside of me can kill the WoW altogether?
You are the snake, son. Now strike.
This is a weird plot thread. I didn't think I was going to be fighting the WoW at the end. This is gonna be some boss fight I have to do.
What the hell is that?
The heart. It controls all the structure gel on Pathos 2. All you need to do is poison the imprint, and the heart will unwillingly spread it across Pathos 2, killing it. Feed it, son. Push your arm into the heart.
I mean, why wouldn't I do this? This thing is a fucking monstrosity. It's not really interested in talking to people. I won't need some more bone, right?
Please, I did what you wanted.
You did good, son. But you can't leave. The only way to make sure the WoW stays dead is to destroy the only one who's immune to the new pattern. Don't worry. I'll make it quick.
Oh, God!
Oh. Someone will make it quick. Dune Worm will. Dune Worm, not Dune Worm. Yeah. And I really hope this means at the end. That'd be a nice surprise. I thought I was going to do this like 2 more times this week. I don't want anything to do with that. Keep running. Never stop running. Always be going. Do I need to stop there? Am I damaged? Maybe that's why? I mean, it took off my arm. I assume I'd be damaged. But... Is this intentional? No. Apparently it's intentional. Thanks for the lift, friend. I think I'm damaged. Yeah, I should have gotten out. Feels like I'm looking around. Get in here. Oh, here you go. Yeah, I think this is normal. Good. Get in the tube. Wait, how are they going backwards? Oh man, I've been going backwards the entire time. Holy shit, I've been going backwards this entire time. Oh god. At least I have health back, I guess. Fly over. Keep on running. Oh, so it did damage to me before. That's what that was. Ugh. Come on, finish line. No more. I knew there was going to be another enemy encounter. And this may not even be the last one. I'm glad it had to do damage to me so I limp all the way to the end. It's really good. Really cool thing. Swear to God, if it kills me after all. Let's go. Come on. Oh, please let that be the final encounter. That'd be nice. Again, that wasn't fun either. The weird binary thing where I didn't really know what I was doing. I would randomly get punished for things. If there's more like a 1-to-1 ratio with that, like, if your vision getting all fucked up, then I could accurately judge how far away it would be. If you get UI elements so they don't have to have a radar or anything weird like that. Alien isolation. Obviously, alien isolation justified it with an in-world tool, but it's a cool idea. But like, you make my vision always crazy when an enemy is anywhere in the vicinity, so it's like 100% useless and just infuriating.
This has to be Phi, right? Hope the Ark made it here in one piece.
Where's the health guy? Heal me up, daddy. Don't know what's all the slamming doors and shit moving around today. It's fucking bizarre. Alright.
What the hell happened to your arm?
It's complicated. I just need to know one thing. I'll have both my arms in the Ark, right?
Yes, of course. Are you okay, though? Can you do stuff?
Yeah. Let's just get this over with.
Did you find the Ark?
I did, but I kind of lost it on my way here on an automated tram thing headed to Phi. So it should be around somewhere.
That's great. Let's go get it.
Yeah, let's go get it. Good plan. I like it. Proactive.
Alright, Phi is up and running.
Loading dock.
Did you find out what happened to the Ark team?
Not really. For some reason, they didn't go through with the launch, so they took the Ark back to Tau.
I hope everything's okay with the space gun.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to repair one of those.
Gingerly moving my hand around. That's not the Ark.
This feels like the longest day of my life. Has it just been
right
one
way.
day?
I have no idea. Our time together is a confusing patchwork of moments to me.
What time is it then? What day?
It's May 11th, 2004, 3:30 a.m., but I don't remember when we started.
Ark.
I think I found the assembly space.
What do you see?
It's like a huge open shell, a bullet ready to be loaded.
That's great. All prepared for the Ark.
Right. I'll go pick it up.
Are you suggesting we keep it down here?
Is this Catherine?
Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose?
It's the suit and the armor.
Eternity among the stars, remember?
The people
I guess I'm wearing the
inside
suit,
the
so that doesn't
Ark
mean
won't
anything.
know the difference. We can just keep it down here, and we don't have to risk the Ark being shot through 5,000 meters of broken barrel, and then push through another 100,000 meters of a dust-filled atmosphere.
Will the casing stand all that pressure?
Well, the odds aren't great.
Catherine, say something.
I don't care what you think. I'm launching it.
No need to be like that. Let's just hang on to it for a while and think about it. We can launch it later.
No, that wasn't the deal. We made it to save them. To launch it. Out there, it's hope. Down here, it's a fucking terrarium waiting to die with the rest of us.
Come on, Catherine. It's not asking much. Let's just think about it before we risk the only hope humanity has to survive this hell.
No, we launch it today. This is my project, my Ark.
It's bigger than that. Don't you get it? It's not for you to decide. We're talking about the fate of mankind.
Get away from the Ark! I'm taking it.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna let you ruin this.
You straight just murder her?
Guys, calm down.
Get away from me! No!
What the fuck did you do?
It was an accident.
Catherine,
calm
talk
about
to
it.
me. Catherine.
Oh, God. Catherine,
Did you say something?
it's you. You had an accident.
What do you... Oh. You mean Catherine.
Like,
Don't worry,
human.
it's better this way.
Oh, health. Give me that. I'm tired of the world looking like I'm not plugging the cables in right.
How did she die?
You got into a fight with your colleagues.
Do I need like a
They didn't want to
power
risk
switch?
launching the Ark. Thought it might not make it through the atmosphere.
They killed me?
I'm sure it was an accident. They were just trying to stop you from launching.
Be very calm about this. I'm sure it was an accident.
How could they kill me?
Catherine,
I know I'm not an easy person to like. I just thought they trusted me.
come on. Don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, he's like rather cool and calm about everything. I wonder if the whole consciousness thing destroying them,
Here it is.
the idea of
We got the Ark
consciousness and
back.
everything, and
Good
switching,
job, Simon.
not
Take
even
it to the
switching bodies, but
assembly
making
space
copies
and
of
load the
himself
bullet.
and leaving the other one behind.
Did you have friends in
messing with
Toronto,
them.
Simon? Real friends?
There were some. Jesse, Sean, Kevin.
I always wanted a friend. Like a real one. Someone you'd never hold back with.
I'll be your friend.
Oh, pity friendship? Now I feel even worse.
I mean, what do you want?
Do you think the Ark will make it through the atmosphere and into space?
It almost doesn't matter anymore. We just need to try.
Get that thing again,
If we
probably.
burn, we burn. If we're lucky, we just gave humanity a new chance, a whole new era.
Did we though?
With the Ark on Earth, maybe we have a few decades of power to keep it running. In space, we have thousands of years.
Still, one hell of a gamble, though.
This was never about certainty. It's about hope.
Yeah, she's definitely dead. What loaded?
Is that it?
I'm really not that familiar with guns of any size. Oh, here we go. All systems say go.
Lock and load.
Come back up and we'll head out to the gun.
Do I need to take this with me so I don't have to climb all the way back here?
You know,
I'm just doing it.
I woke up in my bed today. It just happens to have happened 100 years ago.
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. I woke up in my bed today, 100 years ago. Who am I? Who am I?
I mean, what am I? Ha ha ha! Bum bum bum.
Now what?
Now we just need to get the shell into the gun and then, kaboom.
Aren't you forgetting something? How are you gonna get us on board the Ark? Don't we need to make another scan?
Oh, don't you worry. You don't operate something like the Omega space gun with your bare hands.
You mean It's a pilot seat? Like back at Omicron?
Yes, and we can use it to transfer you to the Ark while operating the gun. 2 birds and all that. Now, take the Omnitool and plug it in next to the seat, and I'll guide you through the final steps.
Final steps. That sounds so good, guys. I'm so happy. So at the whenever we're done, just so I don't interrupt the story or whatever, I will, except I'm plenty already, right? I will kind of break down my final thoughts about it in a somewhat coherent thing. I'm not going to do a review. It's far too late for that. There will be a Dark Souls 3 review going up soon, hopefully. Whenever Ross gets his fucking ass in gear. Jeez. No. Fuck. I took forever writing that review. It's all good. I'll break down my thoughts and everything, and I'll talk about it on the podcast a bit, just to kind of bounce it back off Ross and see what he has to say about it. I don't think he's been watching this stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. This is not a game that would interest him, I don't think, in watching me play. Maybe the next esports run I'm going to do, but I don't want to spoil that. How do I get out? I just decided to take forever. It's got loaded, those textures, all those amazing textures we saw before, right? All those amazing textures we saw before. So that's a gun thing, I suppose. Space gun. This is pretty easy to use.
There we go. How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried this one. But pilot seats are notoriously easy to use, so it shouldn't be a problem.
This is pretty easy to use.
There we go.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're off.
But we need to transfer our minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Here we go. No turning back.
Thank you, Simon.
Don't mention it.
Railgun.
It's an amazing thing you did. And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Well, I like the cow. Railguns are cool. Warhammer 40,000. All we have are giant railguns. Bags.
20 seconds.
I'll load it.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth.
Jokey McSnarker thing. Snarky thing. Are you?
10 seconds.
I guess it's probably not. You won't be down with doing it. Not gonna make it.
6.
That'd be fucked up, Indy.
4. 3. 2.
Fuck yeah, we made it! Woo! I'm still here. I'm still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there, among the stars.
Does this guy not know how this works? It's just...
We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why
Really?
we're here. You were copied onto the Ark.
I thought he was resigned to his fate. He sounded pretty dour before. Seems kind of uncharacteristic, I guess.
Just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna die down here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us. They're not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands of years of human history survives, that something lives on.
No. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Catherine. You lied. And I believed in you. I trusted you. You said we're getting on the
And she didn't really
fucking
lie.
We are on the Ark, you idiot! I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance. You
Fuck! Catherine? Please don't leave me alone. Catherine?
Turn on flashlight.
Catherine?
Wait, that's not how this works. I turned on my flashlight. Alright. Oh, it's over. Praise Baby Jesus himself. So that's Soma by Frictional Games. Oh shit, knocking some beers around. I need to get some beers after this, man. Celebrate. I'm free. It's over. The nightmare's ended. So I guess I'll dive into it while we watch these credits here. Just kind of make a coherent argument. And this is kind of what I do for a video game. It's kind of like look back on my entire playthrough, look back for a review of a video game. Look back on my entire playthrough and just kind of like summarize it. It's kind of like a last paragraph of a review, I suppose, in this case. Definitely not going to write a written review because it's too late. No one gives a shit. And I'm trying to capture that with this SOMA eSports thing, this eSports program where these are games I probably won't do reviews of. That's why I don't do it for every single video game I play. There's not eSports run of fucking Stellaris or Dark Souls 3 because those are games I might review later. Or it's not worthwhile. I don't think it's also worthwhile for me to stream certain games like that because I don't think they're very watchable. I think Dark Souls 3, it could be different. Stellaris, if maybe you had another person to like bounce story stuff off of, but I originally picked this game because I thought it was very interesting to me from all of the trailers and everything. The early gameplay demos and stuff. But the game it turned out to be, that was before it kind of revealed itself to be an underwater thing. I thought it was a sci-fi space thing, and they were going stuff to that kind of horror stuff. They were saying things like, oh, this is going to be a really hard game to do because we're reprogramming. I'm going to move this mic a little bit over to face me because I'm leaning back. And then it revealed itself to be an underwater thing. It was weird, and they were talking about, oh, we need to take all this time, because this game was development for a while, if I remember right, from announced to, like, release. But develop all the complicated AI, because these won't be just normal enemies you're going to be going around, you know. It will be a complicated story, and it should have complicated antagonists to go along with it, and that's what I assumed was going to happen, but that was not the case here. But I guess that's just tracking the history of my experience of the game and the esports thing in general, which was, I thought this game would be interesting for me to kind of break down in real time as someone whose primary field of study was creative writing with a genre emphasis, specifically science fiction, typically. 4-year degree, so I'm not like some kind of master god or anything of that, but I generally know what I'm talking about. Oh, this game's not over. This must be the other side of things. Let me move this mic back. Got shoes and everything now.
Is this... Did it work?
This looks like The Witness so far. Now it's stylized, I suppose. Maybe everyone's gone to the Rapture now? I mean, at this point, everyone's literally gone to the Rapture, right? Killed the WoW, stopped it from doing its weird thing, murdering everyone who was probably associated with it because it was probably keeping everyone alive, like pumps hooked into them and such. So, I guess I killed literally everyone. But I've got left behind there, and this is my clone who's hanging out. If you're already successfully entered the ARC, this survey is designed to give the developers a better understanding of your subjective experience and how to improve your well-being. Please continue with the survey. How would you describe your physical condition? Feel normal. I mean, this survey is weird because I can't really, like, physically, I can't. That's the thing, is a lot of consciousness is tied to the physicality of your experience and your sensory experience. That's why a lot of science fiction writers, when humans are brought back as computers or AIs are developed, because of their lack of sensory experience, they turn into monsters. That's the old school science fiction thing. But this game doesn't really explore that. It kind of gives this weird, like, you have this ghost limb thing where, like, you can still feel and feel pain, and you can feel things, and you can talk, and you can hear, and you can see, just as normally as you would as a human. Like, there's no disconnect between you and the robot, except for, like even in the game, like, you looked around and you had your hands, and then, I think early on in the game it then changed, like, oh no, why am I a robot now? Even though, I don't think the main character really, like, got too into that, which was weird. Feel normal. So I just feel normal and everything. The ARC team. Frictional games. I wonder how many people are actually in this thing. Because that's a big city. This is like some Inception shit, where it's like a big empty city and there's like 5 people walking around in it.
Catherine? Catherine!
Wait.
I can't believe we actually made it.
Wait, was that supposed to be a character model there?
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's alright.
I think the graphics glitched out there. I think that was supposed to be a human being there. What a tremendous fucking end to this game. Jesus, man. Alright, hope if there are any aliens around, don't automatically shoot this thing, you know. Brain that's back, but is not as horrific Robot Man. Maybe as Robot Man, but not horrific Robot Man. I wonder how time operates in the ARC. I don't know if they covered that or not, but I wonder if it's accelerated or if it keeps with standard time period. Or it's all crazy. Like crazy slow to compensate for the infinite length of space-time. I wonder if you can do that with, you would have to modify the human consciousness to be able to perceive time differently. Maybe there's some way of going around that, who knows. So, do I move around? No, doesn't look like it. Sigh of relief. Sigh of relief. Oh, it's her. Ish. Looks like she's kind of pieced together. It's kind of weird. So that's SOMA by Frictional Games. So I kind of justified why I did the esports thing. I thought it'd be interesting to kind of get my breakdown of this process, considering it's a genre I'm familiar with a type of video game that I've played a lot of at this point. The first-person exploration puzzle thing is kind of something I've dealt with a lot. Not necessarily the horror thing. Never played Amnesia or Amnesia for a Machine for Pigs. don't know if I want to after playing this game. It's kind of lowered my expectations for those games. I guess A Machine for Pigs was developed by someone else, so there is that going for it. So maybe that's a thing, but it had a good foundation, and I think a lot of that just has to do because it's a science fiction game. Like even Halo, which isn't the most like morally interesting or ethically interesting or philosophically curious a game, there's some cool themes at the heart of it, specifically because science fiction. That's why when you read like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, there's nothing inherently interesting about that setting, because there's nothing inherently, for me at least, there's nothing inherently high-minded about it. It's very grounded. It's about the real life stuff. That's why people like that genre, is because it replicates life in a very meaningful way, and then you're able to fill in the blanks of what kind of fantasy you want that to be. In science fiction, it starts off on a higher place philosophically, and it's always been science fiction problems when it tries to be grounded and still have those ideals. And I think that's where this game kind of runs into some problems story-wise, is that, and they kind of made some weird stumbling blocks with themselves for themselves with this specifically. But we'll cover those after I kind of break this part down, where the most interesting conversations and the best sequences in this game is when the philosophical ideas about consciousness and stuff like that this gamer is pursuing is talking to itself, or these ideas are talking to each other. It's when these characters stop becoming characters and they're just manifestations of the argument or the question that the science fiction piece is posing. And that's a lot of retro science fiction. There's not a lot of characterization and stuff like that, because it's more interested in exploring these grand ideas in a really weird setting. That's what made retro science fiction so good, is that they didn't need the characters, because the character of the plot and the character of the question, the character of the answer that the author was exploring and that you're exploring with him or her was enough personality and character to go through it. There is science fiction has definitely got the characterization stuff right, and has got the plot stuff right. Can't think of anything like I guess Ender's Game is the chief one for me. The Ender's Game book, not the movie. The movie was fine, kind of. Maybe it wasn't fine, but it got the job done. Where it made these really fascinating characters, and then it tied directly the larger philosophical and scientific question at the heart of this plot, tied directly into the character's experience, which is something that's really hard for science fiction to do, because it's hard to tie in ideas of consciousness and stuff like that into like an everyday character life. Even though technically that's their existence, it's hard to have that manifest within a science fiction story for whatever reason. It's the plot is the plot, and the characters of the characters, and for some reason science fiction can't have its cake and eat it too. There is like science fiction, mostly television shows, where the characters are interesting, like stuff like Firefly, but the world inherently isn't that interesting beyond like the visual design of it, because science fiction stuff looks cool, or maybe it's like it goes for the Blade Runner thing where everything's kind of Asian or Oriental inspired. Sorry, I don't know the correct terminology there for that. And that's where this game falls apart, is that like it's cool when the characters start talking to each other, not the characters, but when the story starts wrapping upon itself and like developing itself and the themes it wants to explore. And it's at its absolute worst when these characters are just trying to be normal, jokey human characters. And a couple of reasons why that. For one, the writing is pretty standard. It's not great, and it keeps like it does weird leaps of logic, both one way and the other, where it's like, all right, this character now realizes he's a robot, but he's not really that concerned about it. Or like at the end right there, where he's like, why didn't we get on the ship? It's like we just experienced this together in this episode. Why that didn't happen? So why he's asking that question, fucking bizarre. And doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, there's a way of portraying his frustration with the situation without having to like just repeat the same argument you had again. And maybe that's another problem. Soma is like, it has this interesting idea, but it doesn't know how to answer it necessarily or to develop it further. It just repeats the same question over and over again. Like, you'll keep seeing the robots and you're like, oh, we think we're people. Or it's like you keep seeing the people being kept alive, like, oh, kill me or whatever, right? And that's why Soma falls apart. It's like it has a solid foundation of what it wants to do, and then it can't develop it further past that necessarily. It just keeps showing the same scene over and over again. It keeps showing the same question over and over again. And so when we're supposed to answer these questions, it's kind of the same answers every time. Like for all the choice stuff, it wasn't really issues I was having in confliction with ideas of consciousness, but specifically what, like, in reality I would do. Like, I wouldn't kill another person, like my sleeping clone, because he doesn't have a choice in the matter. I may be a copy of him, but that's not necessarily to say that his experience, like my experience when I realized I was a copy, is completely different than probably his experience because of how just our minds work and everything. He wouldn't have the same exact reaction to that. So I can't, he's basically a different person at that point, so it's not worth, I don't have the right to be able to take that life from him. While the girl in the thing gave me her consent to do so, and it's her choice, and it's the least I can do for her in a situation like that. And stuff like the WoW, it's like, that was like a bad, evil thing. It's an evil thing I did killing it. But it was an evil thing it was doing, where it was taking human life and distorting it and tearing apart the idea of humanity and how existence should work, without even giving people a choice in the matter, which was my primary concern there. It's not that I was trying to save people, it was that the way it was trying to save people was very, like, not offensive, but just, like, really violent and without their consent. And it's kind of a dark thing. And so the game keeps asking the same question over and over again, just keeps showing the same scenes over and over again, essentially, because it just doesn't know how to develop that stuff in a more interesting way. And the characters are just bad. The writing is really stock, if not bad itself, because they try to get the kind of goofy sense of what people actually are, and so in that sense at least it tries to go for that. There's a lot of like science fiction stories where people are just essentially robots. They'll have these complicated stories but just don't make a lot of sense in how they actually execute upon those past histories, but it doesn't capture, like, I don't think these characters are reacting the way I think people would. Some of their reactions are bizarre, both in their over dramatization of their material, dramatization. Sorry, I can't say that word for a reason. And the times when they kind of try to put that stuff in the background, when they under dramatize it, I suppose. And then the game just has a fundamental problem where when it tries to connect its story and its characters to a interactive experience, they're it's really easy to see the connection between the horror games and like horror of consciousness and put those together. It's like, we can do something, like, these are both horror things, we can put them together. But making it like a kind of action stealth game, at least the way that they made these AI, is really weird and not make a lot of sense and not very intuitive either. Which is not a fun experience interacting with that stuff they set up. And all the puzzles they do are really, I found myself overcomplicating a lot of those puzzles, because I'm like, alright, just like these combat systems and these AI interaction systems, the stuff is never intuitive and doesn't make any sense. So I put more thought into it than it actually deserves, because it's rather simple. Like with that rotating thing, with you're shooting the lasers and trying to get them into each hole. Pretty straightforward puzzle, but like it didn't make any sense initially. I'm just like, what am I fucking looking at? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? How am I doing this? And sure, you play through it and you get through it, but then the result after going through is, unlike Dark Souls, where you're like, man, I broke this boss down. The game didn't tell me how to fight this boss, but I broke this boss down, and I figured out my way, and I got down. It was a really complicated and interesting proposition, and was engaging. And this is like, I fucking moved some, I did a fucking mirror puzzle in Soma. Like, it's not anything cool or interesting, it is what it is, right? Is her face getting further apart the longer I'm at the screen? I have to watch the video. I don't feel like that shit was as exaggerated as it currently looks like. And it looks like there's another face underneath, which is interesting. That's weird. So, as soon as the game tries to get its plot and its gameplay together, it just doesn't feel coherent. This game would have been a lot better as just like a first-person exploration game. You can still have horror elements without any interactive horror elements. You can still have jump scares. You can still have stuff like that. I mean, it won't be as engaging, but that's probably for the best in situations where your engagement's just bad, period, regardless. So, in a lot of ways, I could just consider some of my disappointment, because there's not a lot of games that tackle more interesting and sensitive philosophical content like this. Like, I don't think I saw her nose there, right? Like, that's weird. It's interesting philosophical content like this and games that are as hard science fiction as this is. This is very much inspired by old genre science fiction. It's just, it's not learning the lessons of old genre science fiction. None of that stuff is like holding on to it. Did her lips go back together? I thought they were further. Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I generally consider some of this kind of a disappointment. I'm glad I did play through it though, because, you know, I like to know things. I like to be able to speak authoritatively about things. Not in a way where I'm like, I tell you what is right and what is wrong, but like when I voice my opinion about something, I like it to be well realized and well thought out and well and developed coherently. Even though I don't talk coherently most of the time. So yeah, if I were to give like a score to someone, probably like a 2 out of 5 or something. I mean, it's not a complete abysmal failure, and some of the glitch stuff, especially at the end there, like, was really fucked up. Like, just like not seeing things. It didn't ruin that ending scene after credit scene, but that's not great. That didn't help itself by not seeing Catherine at the end. That's kind of lame. I might have to go YouTube that later to see if there's a good look at her. I mean, we're getting her face and everything, but just see if that model's any good or not. We don't really see a lot of normal human people around, and when they are, they're emancipated and sick looking, so whatever. But yeah, that's Soma. Also a ton of frame rate issues and stuff. I'm sure it's better on the PC, but yeah, that's Soma. Thanks everyone for watching my esports playthrough. No more esports stuff for the rest of this week. I thought I was going to do a lot more streams of this game, but apparently I was pretty close to the end, or we just plowed through it effectively enough. I have to go through see. It's probably been 2 hours, maybe 2.5. It could be longer than that. So this episode will be split up into multiple parts. You'll find it on hiddenaudiolog.com. New redesign of the site up. Let me know what you think of it. Check out my Breaking Point Stellaris video. It's kind of an interesting place where it's a feature where I'm kind of done with this game, but maybe I don't necessarily understand. So let me here's some opinion or try to work it out. That picture was definitely moving. All right, I'm glad I'm not crazy. And now I've played probably like 10 more hours of that game afterwards, and that's not. It'll be interesting to update my thoughts on the podcast. So if you want to get a follow up to that Stellaris video, please listen to the podcast this week. I think we're doing it near the end of the week, so it'll probably be around the weekend, probably Friday or Saturday when it goes up. I don't know exactly what day. It's the 19th. I don't know what that date is exactly right now. Dark Souls 3 review coming up. And I don't know what's on Ross's side, but there will be another esports playthrough, and it'll be the turnaround. This will be quicker because it was Bloodborne this time, and then Soma, which was a pretty long period of time between those two games. And this, I just wanted to. Ross has been bothering me to play a certain game, which I'm actually going to announce here because whatever. I'm going to be playing Doom 3, which I thought was fun. Ross has been telling me forever to play Doom 3. He thinks it's the one I would resonate the best with of all of the Doom games, even though I like Doom 1, but I don't love it enough to like play through all of it because I find a lot of its level design stuff kind of confusing and doesn't make a lot of sense, to me at least. It's too maze-like, and everything looks the same. So I'll be playing Doom 3. That'll be a PC stream, and so I look forward to some mouse and keyboard shooting there. Hopefully I don't squirm around too much so it makes it hard to watch. It'll probably still be streamed. I may record it on Fraps. There's not a lot of meaning that I get out of the streaming experience. Not a lot of people watch this live, at least. But I like the option there in case people would like to. And but I can always record it locally and just edit it from there on. Ross may join me on the first episode or so, just to kind of like voice his thoughts about it too. But we'll see what happens. Nothing's set in stone. But that'll be next week or the week after. I don't really have a rush to do it. The only time consideration I had was like trying to make it in the same time period that Doom came out. But I already made it past there, so I'm not in a rush to follow it up. But hopefully next week, I think, would be a good time for it. Just to continue the one episode a week thing that I broke with Soma, but whatever. It happens sometimes. But we finished it at least, so I think I made up with that. But yeah, thanks for watching this esports playthrough of Soma. I've conquered it. It is finished. I would definitely never play it again. Maybe go read some wiki stuff just to get a better idea of what happened. But yeah, I'm done with this game. this kind of weird juxtaposition with Bloodborne, which I enjoyed quite a bit, and then this game, which I enjoy not at all, really. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. Go to look at hiddenaudiolog.com for more videos, reviews, articles, podcasts, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, folks. Peace out.